Yes, guys. Welcome back to another stream, and it's just hit me that this is the final tone show of the Premier League season, guys.
You're not doing one next
That's
week?
sad.
Yeah, but that'll be FA Cup, won't it?
It's not the last one of the season.
No, Premier League season. Premier League season. It's the last one of the Premier League.
Are we not doing transfer? We're not doing summer transfer ones.
Oh my God, Martin! I said the Premier League season.
All right.
We're still gonna have it for the FA Cup and throughout the summer for the transfers, but the Premier League season ends this Sunday, bro.
I've got
Martin
wax
stirring.
in my ears at the minute. You're all right. I've got wax in my ears.
Oh, Jesus. how are you lads doing, man? Tone, how are you doing?
I'm really good. Yeah, really well. Ready. On fire as always. And good to go. Yeah, thanks for having me on again, mate.
Good. And Martin, now that you just beefed me already within 30 seconds of the stream starting, you okay?
Would it surprise you if I said calm?
You calm?
Yeah, would it actually surprise you?
Probably not.
Yeah, calm, collected. Looking forward to Sunday.
Good.
Nice Manchester weather.
Yeah, what is the weather schedule?
It's meant to be a lovely day.
That is great.
Is it? And
Blue
it will
sky.
be. It will be either way.
I'll tell you what else is a lovely day. When Mansour comes in and gives 10 LB memberships to the chat. Come on, guys. W's in the chat, man. W's in the chat for Mansour AA. Big up to you, man. Thank you very much. Always appreciate the support. You know that, bro. W's in the chat, guys. Come on, man. Right, where should we start, guys? How are we feeling? Chat as well. How are we feeling about this game on Sunday? Martin, are you calm? Tone, are you calm? Nervous levels? Give me how you feeling, boys.
Calm, confident, not overconfident. Relatively calm right now. Probably won't be Sunday, but it's West Ham at home. It's a game we should win. But the QPR, the Villa stuff always creeps in, where we went into those games, especially more so actually the Villa one, because they had nothing to play for, I don't think, that day. QPR were at least fighting for something. So that was maybe always going to be a little tricky, perhaps not as tricky as we probably thought. But so that's in the back of my head. But there's so much confidence in this team, and I don't mean overconfidence, but it's so much confidence that I'm quite chilled at the moment. I think I just believe they'll do it because they know what they need to do.
I'm in that same situation where I'm like, I'm nervous. Like, obviously, I'm nervous, man. Like, anyone saying, why are you nervous? Why? It's the final day of the season. We need to win the game to win the league. So, obviously, I'm nervous. But I also just believe that these players are ready for it. And it's quite interesting. I've just recorded a video with Amos. It'll be up tomorrow. And he mentioned the fact that if you remember the Aston Villa game, we sort of stumbled to that. We had a few injuries, if you remember. And it was sort of like we were stumbling across the line. Whereas this one, it's the complete opposite. You know, bar Ederson. Everyone's fit, everyone's available. We're playing our best football, and we're in a good situation. So there are obvious nerves because it's the final game of the season. We need to win, but there's also just a level of calmness and confidence, not arrogance, confidence in the team that they will just get the job done. That's sort of like where I'm at. When the game starts on Sunday afternoon, completely different. Yeah. The players will be getting cussed every misplaced pass. That's the situation. But right now, I'm calm, Martin. I'm in a zen state.
I'm calm now. 2:00 Sunday might not be.
2:00. What is that? 2 hours before the game as well, isn't it?
I'm going into Mary D's for a preamble drink.
You're getting your nerve levels up early.
I'm going to calm the nerves. No, I'm always the same on big games. It's always the same. I'm always calm, and then when I'm at the game, it's weird because everyone's going to go in dead. I know everyone's sat there thinking 3-4-0. But we never do the last game. We never do this last game easy. I would listen, nothing would give me greater satisfaction than to be 3 up in 20 minutes. And I can sit there, sunglasses on, and enjoy the sunshine. But you know it ain't happening You know they're going to put us through the ringer. You know they're going to do it. But it'll be 0-0.
Yeah.
Arsenal will score. Then West Ham will get a cheeky opener. And then we're living on it for 80 minutes. I know the script. I've read it. I've seen it.
Yeah. You're probably right as well.
I was just going to say, how do we... Go on, Tom. Go on, mate.
No. I think I've got a slight delay on it. I think... I could probably see it going that way. Or City will go into a 2-goal lead and then West Ham will get one back and it'll be on edge again. You know, when you're chilled at 2-0, feet's up, I'm loving life, might even make myself a cup of tea. Obviously, you can't, you're at the stadium, but you know what I mean. Sit there, have a nice cup of tea, and then bang, West Ham will score out of bloody nothing. And then it's game on again. But it'll be close, I think. It'll be a close. Yeah,
I think this is going to go different though. I think this is going to be different and maybe I'm saying this because I wanted to go different, because as good as it is to win the league like we won it against QPR and Aston Villa, like it's also horrible at the same time, man. When you literally sat there 2-0 down and you're like, we've fucked it. We've absolutely, like, that is not a nice position to be in. I actually think that the players have so much experience. The club has so much experience on these final days that I don't think we put ourselves, and hopefully I'm right and I don't jinx this, but I don't think we're going to put ourselves in that position. You know, for me, I say this all the time. If we get that first goal, I just think we'll cruise it then. Hopefully, you know. But you know, there's a good, interesting super chat here actually from LB, who says West Ham's got the second worst defense in the league. We're eating. Is that true? Surely that can't be
they've
true.
literally got nothing to play for. Win, lose or draw, they're 9th, and they can't move from 9th.
Is that right?
They've got the fourth worst defense. The fourth worst.
They're literally 9th, and they just can't budge anywhere.
Wow.
So I don't know what West Ham are even going to get out of this game on Sunday, except just. It's weird one because there was maybe I misread it, but I read somewhere more. It was like, they will put a couple of kids out, fringe players, and you're like, no, you can't do that because Arsenal moan.
No, he said even if what did he say? He said we wouldn't even be able to beat their under 14s. He said, no. But do you know what? I would say one thing. I think Arsenal are really underestimating Everton going into this. I'm seeing a lot of 3 and 4-0s, and Everton are on a 5-match unbeaten run, 1-4 and drawn one, and they've got the second best defence in the country. Wow. Just look at their form, man. Jeez, that form.
They're on form. I don't know where they're getting the 3 and 4-0s whack from, but hey, good luck to them.
Yeah, West Ham are the opposite to form to Everton, but Everton, West Ham have given up. I think they had a semi-decent result, didn't they, recently, West Ham? But they got smashed.
They beat Luton, Tone. Like, how much you read into that? It's up to you, innit? But
Luton were
that's true.
Looking out as well with all.
Yeah. No, listen. Like I say, I'm feeling confident ahead of this game. I would be surprised if it ends up in another QPR Aston Villa situation. You know, I'm expecting a pretty calm win. A bit like when we played West Ham last time under Pellegrini. Actually, it was 2-0. You know, and it's one of them. But you never know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, the pressure is there, and pressure can do weird stuff to people. But we've had this pressure before, time and time again, and it would just be weird if the players fucked it. I mean, the way I look at it is, we're playing our best football that we've played all season right now. We've got a fully fit squad. We played on Tuesday, so we've had what? We've had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday rest. We've had 4 days rest. It's not like we're going to be knackered. We're going to be fresh going into this game. We're playing at home. We're playing against a team that is in terrible form. We're playing against a team where the manager's leaving. I mean,
please.
It's facts.
You're lining this up for the jinx at the end. I agree. I'm confident. I know what it's like. It's one of them. We haven't scored in the first 15 minutes, and then Arsenal score, and then it'll start reverberating around the ground that Arsenal have scored, and then the atmosphere starts getting a bit nervy. Then there's that translate back out onto the pitch. It is a real weird, but like you said, Pep Guardiola. Why on earth we've banged on for 2 months that we had to do the unthinkable and win 9 out of 9.
Yeah,
and I think all of us were doing the same thing. We were all on countdown. 8 wins, 7 wins, 6. I mean, we're just all on countdown to it. Why would they go to all the effort of winning 8 out of 9 and then get to the 9th one and fall at the hurdle?
Typical City.
No, don't do that again.
No.
Is
that's
typical
dead.
City even a thing anymore? Yeah, I was going to say. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, when was the last time typical City was typical City? I feel like that's a dead thing now. Like we buried it and had our week, and we're fine. We'll come out on the other side.
Yeah, we've
It's
won
weird
trebles and
because-
quads. That's right. We've won trebles and quads and all kinds of stuff. It's not typical City, unless typical City is the new typical City, which is see things over the line and win things. But the thing is with typical City is one day we will lose, not this Sunday, please. One day we will lose a game, like we'll be 1 up and concede 2 in the 95th and 96th, and you'll get someone going, typical City, no? It's like, we just won bloody 30 trophies, mate.
Yeah, I agree with Tom. 1 year we're going to be the ones where we have to, what's the word? Suck it up. We're going to have to take the L for a season. Oh, on the last day. And listen, I'm all right with that. I'll be honest with you. Won't mind a year off at some point. Give me next year off, please. I'll just have second now. I can't be going through the shit in December 3 months brigade again. Can't do it anymore. I can't do. I'm going to start charging for therapy sessions if we go back into that next season.
I'll tell you, mate. I remember. Oh, sorry. Go on, LB. You go.
Yeah, I was just to say, all right, Pat, how you doing? You're in Manchester now?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, been here for just under 24 hours and probably just shaking the last of the jet lag. But yeah, I'm ready to go for this weekend, mate. Ready, absolutely buzzing.
You got your vodka?
Good man.
I got my what?
You got your vodka? I was drinking a bottle of vodka neat last night on the show, LB. This one.
He says that. It was a complimentary bottle of water from the hotel.
But someone in the chat thought he was making vodka.
Yeah, somebody thought I was on the Gin Express or something. Yeah.
Oh dear. Are you thinking it should be as easy? Not easy. Easy is the wrong word. Are you thinking it should be as comfortable, as stress-free as we're saying, or you think that it could be another iconic final day City match?
Well, it wouldn't be City without a little bit of drama, you know. And yeah, we joked on Mancunian Way last night about, you know, saying I said like, oh, it's going to be 4-3, and we'll have to bring back a 3-0 deficit from 20 minutes in. Something wild, something like that, and then I wound up Alan even more by saying it's going to be a late brace for Mateus Nunes to win the league and all this sort of stuff. You know, that's what makes this club special, because we can talk about that, because it wouldn't surprise us if it happened, but number 2, you do have enough confidence to say that we can get the job done. But I tell you what, though, I think a few of us need a. You know, I would love a cruisy one, but I think it's just not City without a few heart palpitations. And Martin, I think you alluded just as I came on that, you know, if there's a little bit of ooh-and-ahhing around the ground because Arsenal are 2-0 up in the first 10 minutes, then that might change things a little bit. But we just have to trust our own game, and you know, we should have every confidence, you know, before going into this anyway.
Yeah, I actually think that, like, obviously naturally because we're top of the league, but like I think actually if you're being honest, that Arsenal do have the harder game. You know, they've got the harder game. They're playing against a team that has a better defense, 100%. A team that is in the better form. And you know,
and let's be honest, mate. If they play the way they did against United, they may not get a result. So they've got to be careful. They've got to be careful. You know.
Can I ask you guys a question? In fact, let me come to these super chats, and I've got a question for you guys and the chat as well. Big up to Mansour again before for the memberships. LB says everything okay with Eddie? Weird caption on his Instagram. Yeah, I seen that yesterday. I don't know whether he's just feeling a bit down because obviously, you know, he probably wanted to play the final games of the season, and now he's injured. And yeah, I don't read too much into it personally. I don't think it's.
You wondered if any of these. Sorry, Tan. I was just going to say, you wonder if any of these players would say things like this, not just because they're thinking about the end of the club season, but if it's going to affect their chances of playing at the continental level, you know, for Euro or Copa America.
Yeah. He says no one understands but me. See you soon. I don't read too much into it. I just think like Oswaldia says there in the chat. I think
that's more to the reaction on Tuesday night.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Maybe he thought there was more to Romero's challenge on him than what.
Yeah,
either the referees and television showed.
Yeah.
I think it's around the criticism he got for throwing a bit of a paddy, to be honest. And sorry, a bit of a wobbly. And
Did
I
he get
think it's
criticism
around
for that? Who criticised him for that?
A lot of fans.
Yeah,
I think some
He get
fair few did.
criticised?
yeah. But then Arsenal fans have been critical of Bentancur's reaction when he was subbed as well too, saying, "Oh, it was fake or it was scripted." And you can't win these days. You can't win these days, mate. You remember last time Ederson had a serious injury like that? Liverpool fans were saying, "Why didn't Ederson get a red card because he scraped Sadio Mane's boots with his face?"
Yeah, I don't know why people was.
It's a joke.
I do remember that. Yeah.
It's a joke, mate. We can all just sit back with a bag of popcorn and just enjoy it.
I don't know why people was giving him stick. You know, he's just been subbed off in the biggest game, one of the biggest games of the season. He probably knows he's going to miss the next couple of games. Of course, he's frustrated. Anyway,
he's not thinking of it on the concussion protocol.
No, is he not?
No, that's right.
We've all played football, man. We all played football. We've all took nasty injuries, and we're all like, we just want to carry on, isn't it? It's the same at the professional game.
Well, it was based on the physio saying to Pep, "Look, his eye's swelling, so his vision's going to be in bother. So get him off."
He had
so
double
that
vision.
was the physio that
He
said,
had double vision straight away.
Yeah.
And Pep's a worry. Ederson's a worry.
Imagine that on someone 1-on-1. Ederson's got double vision. Which ball are we going on here?
Oh Jesus!
Centre one.
Big up to Rose as a gift for not bringing in Alan, who makes me depressed. Good luck on the last game, says Rose Marie.
He's transferred into LB, Rose.
Yeah, he's got a chance. His transfer's pending. We're just negotiating the final details. And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, LB.
he's like YouTube's Jock and Solo.
Yeah, exactly. Amar says 4th worst defence in the league. Expect 5 at least, says Amar.
It would be nice, wouldn't it, if we just had a day where we just get the game done early doors.
God, yeah.
The thing is, I laugh at that, right? But like, if we play to our best ability, that could happen. That could quite easily happen. But like, obviously, there's going to be nerves to our game, so we will be able to play at our best when the nerves are there. But if we play to our full ability and everyone's fresh and everyone's on it, and we don't make no stupid mistakes, then that potentially could happen. But it's all about how you start.
Earlier, lads, but it wouldn't surprise me if Moyes threw in a debutant. He's leaving.
One of the young lads he was on.
That young fella who scored a goal from against Luton, Earthy or something his name was, or
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him and maybe a few others have a go.
I don't know Antonio's talking, but Antonio's not in a good place right now, so I'm not sure if he'll even be fitting there in
I think Moyes did hint at other players coming in, 1 or 2, just a couple of the young lads, I think. So that's one to watch. But they'll be nervous, City, but they'd have been nervous before the Champ League, probably far more, because the players, certainly the sort of foreign players, want the Champ League more. They would have been nervous as hell, as we saw in their performance against Inter. I don't think they'll be that level of nervous. I think they've been there and done it, these boys. They've been there and done it.
Yeah. Big up to Darcy as well. Says if Pep leaves us in 2025, Xavi Alonso would be available. Do you think that's a possibility? City planned for Pep well before 2016. I could see the same with someone like Alonso. Big ups, gents. Well, I think we'll have to put our names in the hat if Pep does leave. I think we have to. I think you have to try and get him based off of what he's doing.
I think we won't, but I think he's Madrid bound.
I agree, but we have to try and get him. I think to be honest with you, I think if Mitchell next season does another season with Girona where he gets top 4, I think it's.
Is it Mitchell and Michelle?
I call him Mitchell. It probably is Michelle. Yeah, it
probably. Well, if it was up to Pep, talking about no less, Pep would probably like De Zerbi before anyone.
Oh, I don't want that guy.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah, but Pep loves him. Yeah,
I'd rather have Big Mitchell from Girona.
And Pep, apparently, with all he's going to get some say on the possible replacement. He will have input on it.
Yeah. I'd rather have Vinny Company than De Zerbi, no lie.
Vinny Company
I don't like De Zerbi.
Vinny Company might go in place of De Zerbi.
Not De Zerbi for me. Yeah, I think Big Mitch from Girona, Darcy. But we have to put our name in the hat for Xavi Alonso.
Yeah.
He probably reject us and go Real Madrid, but we have to put our name in the hat. Let's have a look. Prodigal says gonna do a 2019 4-1 Brighton. Everyone forgets about this Brighton game, by the way. I forgot about it as well.
I did actually.
I've been saying that we've only had 3 games on the final day of the season. I don't know whether it's because this was away and the other 3 were at home, but everyone keeps on forgetting about it.
No, I was there. Loved it.
I remember.
Great day out. Got sunburn.
I remember that. Well, that's not difficult for you, Martin. I remember this game. We'll watch. This was always final game of the season. It's always about 1 a.m. on a Monday in Sydney for that game. But I do remember everybody saying that when we went 1-0 down, it felt like we needed that jolt to get us going. I don't think we'll be in a position where we'll need to do that again on Sunday. But you do remember that game like we weren't that really good. We're actually playing a bit nervy for that first 15 minutes, and then Glenn Murray scores that goal. But the way we responded to that goal was spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we reply within 2 minutes or something?
Yeah, Serge.
Aguero.
It was Laporte with a beautiful little pass to David Silva that fed it through to Aguero, and then
it was a great goal.
And then we were killing after that. And then 10 minutes later, Laporte with the header, and we were great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great. Big up Donna, LB for a title win party. Yeah, we'll probably be live for a stream afterwards. And Amar says, supposedly Bowen and Antonio want to do it for Declan. Do it for Declan, as Lee would say. Oh, do it for Declan. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let me ask you guys a question. I've been asking everyone on the channel this week, and guys in the chat, give us your thoughts and comments in the live chat. Are we sticking with the same team that played against Spurs? Obviously, bar Ederson, obviously, because he's out. It's going to be Ortega. Is everyone sticking with the team, or are people looking at this game? I've seen a couple of people saying that we need width in this game against West Ham. We've got to get some, maybe Doku in there, or we all just sticking with the same team. You know my opinion. I'm Mr. Consistency. Yeah, consistency FC is key in my opinion. But I'll ask you guys on the panel.
I think there's this decision. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tony. Is it a decision today going to be made on KDB anyway?
Yeah, and Walker. Yeah, both they're the ones to watch out for, KDB and Walker today. I think they're due, but whether they complete full training, we'll see later on. Hopefully get some word about that later. But they're both not 100% ready for Sunday at the moment. Oh, there you go, De Bruyne. And Walker's the same as well.
Surely De Bruyne will play this game.
Yeah, even
surely
if it's
you're
for
not
an
going
hour.
to say, "Oh, yeah, exactly." You know what I mean? Surely you got to give him at least an hour, man.
I'd love him to play for an hour and get a couple of goals, couple of assists, and then he sort of gets one of them famous niggles, and then has to have the summer off.
Oh yeah, for the Euros.
Yeah. Or Belgium.
Yeah,
that'd
be nice.
Yep.
I wish you would have retired for Belgium already. I'm sorry if there's any Belgians in the chat, but like, I'm being greedy and being selfish. I wish he would have retired.
Yeah.
He should have retired anyway because the guy slagged them off. The guy basically said, didn't he? He said, "Oh, we had our golden generation. Like, we're all old now. So, like, retire then."
I don't see any of our wide men playing. I think it'll be the overlapping fullbacks again.
Does anyone on the panel think that Doku or Grealish has got a shout in this game? Or are we just all saying that it's going to be the same team? Because there are a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying we need width against West Ham.
I've seen a fair few saying Grealish. In fact, I said about something yesterday, and loads come back saying, "Oh, Grealish should be starting." I wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't, other than the keeper, the forced one. There's no changes. Why change it? We're playing well. We're getting the results. We're flowing well. We can make 5 subs. Why change it? There's no reason in my view to change it.
Argument on Stones. Like I said to you on the last one, LB. Stones and Grealish need to reset for next season. Just be there in case. This is not the time to start dicking around.
Agreed.
Yeah. This is not
Grealish, big season for Grealish next year, by the way. I think it's a big one.
Should we have a look at the way that West Ham set up in the last game against Luton Town? Let me bring up the starting 11 to see how they set up. Here we go. Let me bring this up on screen. So they had, obviously I don't know if there's any injuries or anything from this team, but this is their last match that they actually won. So they played Areola in goal, Kufal Zuma, who's had a great season by the way, Ogbonna, Emerson, Souček, Ward-Prowse, Jared Bowen, Kudus, Lucas Paqueta, who apparently has not been particularly good for a long time, and Mikel Antonio, who come off the bench for them. Danny Ings, Earthy, Kasey, and Cresswell. Okay, I mean,
Antonio's not been great. He's having he's having a struggle mentally at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that attacking three there, isn't it, of Kudus, Bowen, and Lucas Paqueta, that's dangerous. We gotta be very wary about that attack, because that is actually a really, 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 really good attacking three.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic attacking three. Really, when you see that attacking three, you wonder how the ninth. That's
great.
That's a
I'd
top
say-
six
Yeah.
attacking three in my opinion.
I think Kudus is up there as one of the signings of the season.
Agreed.
Very underrated. Very underrated.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah, it's
completely
good.
agree.
That
And
is-
obviously, saying they play him in through the middle as well, which is you've got the power and the drive to go through the middle.
See, they're not
that's-
my
that's-
danger, man.
You're thinking
Socek's
James Ward-Prowse
injured.
takes free kicks.
Suchek's injured, is he?
I've just seen in the
saying-
chat. LB98 said he was injured, apparently.
Oh,
Or
let me
he's
go
out.
on the let me go on the
The
injury.
worry
tape.
for me is Ward-Prowse on free kicks, set pieces.
Yeah, I actually don't rate Ward-Prowse. A mate of mine
Do you not?
will be watching this, and he's a Saints fan. And I said the same to him when he was at Saints. I don't rate him as a round player. If you take away his free kicks, he's barely
Yeah,
championship.
no, I
isn't
get that. Yeah.
With free kicks, he's amazing. He's probably the best in the bloody league. I don't doubt that. But his round game, I don't think is particularly great. But he is a danger, like you say, because of his free kicks.
I'm not
and whatnot.
slagging off
But
any West Ham players.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I've just set myself
I used
up.
to be a boyhood hammer down at Upton Park. Loved it.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about any West Ham player today. In fact, they're all amazing. Yeah, they're all
always
great.
I've always
we love
been
him.
fond of.
Love
I've
them
always
all.
been fond of Upton. I've always been fond of Upton Park. It's where it's where Australia. It's where the Socceroos beat England. 2003.
Well, there you go. Great club, great fan base.
Yeah,
they won
brilliant.
the European Super Cup. Respect West Ham, Chester City, innit? That's what it's about, guys.
Yeah.
It's West Ham, Chester City. I don't know if you guys have seen, man, but the West Ham fans, a lot of them are absolutely desperate. Desperate for them just to throw the game because they hate Arsenal, don't they? I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
you've seen loads
It's
of
funny
them.
you say that. A
I
lot
was
of their
gonna-
fixtures have been London clubs anyway, so they've all probably got some sort of bitterness towards Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. They do. They all hate him. Apart from Fulham. Apparently, Fulham don't really have that many rivals. Apparently, but go on, Tom. What was you saying, mate?
I was going to say West Ham. They've got really good attacking players. I think a fair few have been saying this. Moyes is the one that's been holding them back. I've talked to a few West Ham fans, and they're always the same because of the way he plays. I mean, who did they play recently? Is it Liverpool? And they just sat back all bloody 11, and they've got Bowen and okay, Antonio's not great, but he can be a problem, and Paquetá and all these lovely attacking sort of players. It's just bizarre to me, but Moyes tends to hold them back. So maybe he'll let him off the leash a bit because it's his last game and they're finishing wherever it is they are on the table. But
Yeah, there's times I look at Jared Bowen playing. I look at him. I'm like, I'm glad he's not at Liverpool because I think at Liverpool he'd be a really effective player for them.
Yeah, I agree,
no,
mate.
You're probably right. Yeah, probably right.
Yeah.
Right, let me come to a big up Ernesto, by the way, big Arsenal fan. Says, who let this Arsenal fan in here? Hope all is well, LB. Yeah, I'm all good, man. Hopefully you and the fam are good as well. Big up to you. Lauren says, whatever manager we get, back it, as it won't be like Bayern, who can't get nobody. It's not a mess and joke there. Wonder how the players feel. Yeah, apparently Tuchel is saying, I'm not staying. You wanted me gone, I ain't staying. So he's getting off still. So yeah, that's an interesting one.
That's the two things we want, don't we, LB? We want Tuchel to stay, so then we're in a chance to get Kimmich, and then we want Leeds to go up because then they're more than likely going to take Calvin Phillips off our hands.
Yeah,
that's true, actually.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right.
Yeah, so they're the two pieces of the puzzle we want to fit straight away.
Yeah, nah, definitely right. But by the way, beyond belief, I seen you the other day in a stream peddling pizza, bro. I seen you talking in the chat. I was watching it on replay, so I couldn't reply to you. You're speaking about cashless society. I was like, beyond belief. I was like, who speaks in my chat? Anyway, sorry guys. Yeah. So anyway,
What we were going then?
No. I remember seeing him in the chat. Right, it's just this guy who pretty weird how we all watching, right? But like, is this guy just sells pizzas in a van and he streams himself making pizzas, right? And for some reason, it's pretty therapeutic just watching him make pizzas. And he live streams it. And I seen Beyond Belief in the chat, and I was like, Beyond Belief comes in my channel. Anyway, I just thought I'd speak about that. What else do you guys want to speak about? I mean, we spoke about obviously the starting 11. We all agree on the team selection should be the same as the Spurs game. We spoke about our nerves. You guys want to maybe turn our attention to the FA Cup? That's obviously next week. I mean, how do you think that that game against United will go out? I'm sure you've all heard Ten Hag's speech again, where he's that guy is such a cringy manager, honestly. He's like, oh, they'll
David
give
Brent.
everything they've got. Yeah, he is. It's that guy is crazy. How you see this game going next week? Do you think that there'll be even more pressure on us this time because obviously it's the FA Cup again, and United will want to really spoil the party for us because they didn't do it last year? Or
I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters?
I don't think it matters. United are getting their ass smacked. They're getting their ass smacked all the way back. I don't do the United are garbage. Even the other night when they beat Newcastle, great. Did you see how many chances Newcastle had? They give City that many chances. Good night, Vienna.
Yeah.
Good night, Vienna.
Yeah, someone said to me.
Yeah, and at least one of us will be there to watch it, won't we?
Yeah. So, someone said, "Oh, he's gone. He's gone."
Oh
dear. Oh dear.
I kicked him off the stream.
Don't worry, Albert. It makes a change that he comes instead of sitting on his couch. Anyway, carry on.
I can't remember what I was saying. United, that's the one. People said, "Oh, they've got injured players coming back." Yeah, Lindelof and Martinez. Boo-hoo.
It's weird though, isn't it? They're all suddenly fit again when the cup final's about to appear. None of them were fit for the league cup final. We're all off out the medical beds now.
So them players are some of those players are definitely fit because Wayne Rooney has come out and said he knows that the players are fit. Graham Souness, he said that he's got a great source inside United, and he's been told the same thing. And then there was one other guy who said the same thing as well. So yeah, I mean that just shows you the state of their club. I mean, how many years has it been since they finished above us in the league? Now, like 11 or something. Yep. 2013, wasn't it? That was the last year. Years. Like they're just a mess, man. You know what I mean? They're just a complete and utter mess, and they got so much work to do. And we can beat them again. Hopefully, win the Premier League this weekend and do a double/quad because we've got
a lovely water feature.
It's quad.
They do. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
I never thought Salford could have anything like that. To be honest with you, yeah, it goes nice next to the Laurel. Give them that.
Did you see the guy turn up in flip flops?
Not flip flops. Flippers in a wetsuit. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
That is so good.
Scuba Steve. Yeah.
That is unreal.
You wouldn't take a single United player of the City, not even on the bench. Well, maybe one of their players might get on the bench at best.
I'd take Rashford because I think Pep would get a
You take Rashford?
Yeah.
No,
I wouldn't take him.
That guy is toxic, Martin.
No, he is. Pep Guardiola would get Rashford back to Rashford. Honestly,
nah, it's not worth the risk, man.
No, I know it's. I'm just saying, but out of all the players, he's the only one. I know there's Kobe Manu that we went after, but he signed, but I don't think he's still a kid. I'm only saying Rashford because I think Pep could get a tune out of him.
Nah, he's toxic.
I'm trying to think who.
I'll take Manu. I'll take Manu as a.
I'm getting cooked now. Everyone's going mad at that.
Yeah, rightly so as well.
Yeah. You deserve it, man, for that one, mate.
We all know. We all know who United should sign next season. Michael Phelps.
Oh, what's all that about? I don't get it. I've heard this guy's name. Who is it? I don't know who he is.
The Olympic swimmer who won like 30 gold medals.
Swimmer, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's all right, LB. I'll give it
I'm just going to.
How do I know about swimmer, bro? I don't know who swimmers are.
Dude, the guy won like 30 gold medals at the Olympics, so surely you would have heard about him.
I've not heard of his name. I don't know who he is.
Okay, all right. Okay, I know they don't. Yeah, okay, you don't get the news up there in Bury Bolton Radcliffe, do you?
No, we don't get it, mate. We
We'll give his postcode out while you're there, Pat. You know, what the hell? What is it with you like down under?
I gave him three bloody towns. You half-wit. It's just like, yeah, okay.
Funny guys. No, you know the only other player I actually like at United is that Dallo. I actually think he's a decent player.
Wow, Shadow Viper. Talk about hello. Martin really is the man twat.
Yeah, I don't know who said Kobe Minu, but I think there's something. I think there's something really good about that kid. He looks like a really
United will ruin him. By the way, you already started to see that. You already started to see that now with him. He's already dropped off.
Yeah, he's been ruined because
he's already been dropped off.
Much you can't. Yeah. That kid has been made to be the United savior, and that's not. That's like Foden coming
the only United savior as well.
Yeah, and playing every single game to carry the team off.
Yeah, facts.
Can't do that. That kid is finished by 25. He's finished.
Agreed.
I
actually think his agent should come in and say his contract's till 2027, so he's still got a big deal. But his his agent should be like, look, we need to get you out of here, bro, because like they're gonna ruin you, just like they ruin everyone else. Yeah, and that's actually not just hating on United. That is actually just facts. You do ruin everyone. Literally. Pogba, ruined. Rashford, ruined. Lingard, ruined. You ruined everyone.
Well, to be fair, Pogba did have some side stuff going on in the end.
Yeah, no, he did. But like, if Pogba come to Man City under Pep Guardiola, tell me I'm wrong and he would have been one of the best midfielders in the Premier League history. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't, because he was unreal. His talent was unreal, but he was in the wrong environment.
Yeah, the rivalry aside, they're shit. They know they're shit. They are shit. Even if they're fans, I'm not talking about these idiots who just about on social media. The fans know they're shit
because him and Pirlo complemented each other so well.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I don't even. This is weird. I enjoy beating them, but I don't enjoy beating them as like I once did. And that's coming from me.
No, I always enjoy it.
Because they're so...
No, I enjoy it. But it's not as...
No, if anything, it's better now.
It's like an animal playing with its food now when we play United.
I like that.
That's even better.
Yeah, I think that's even better, bro. Because why do animals in the nature do that? They do it to tease them, bro. It's a tease.
Yeah,
thing.
I know, but it's like...
I love it. I think it's better.
I like the torture.
Same, man. I think it's better this way. We're just playing around with them. We know, like, I mean, we know.
It's like we could do a 6-1 on you, but we're not. We could do a 6-1 on you, but we're not.
Yeah, we'll just take it easy and just coast through the game. It's like when we played them at home and Rashford put one into the top bins and we just thought we're still winning and we still won. It's like we're
never to go on a night out with you two then, the way you two are talking here. Go down this dark alley, lads. Come on. Whoa.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, it's not like that.
You two like play with your food, get it, kill him, destroy him. Like, whoa.
Yeah, not really, bro. I don't sit there with a chicken burger after a night out and just dangling the fillet. Like, wait, like, what are you talking about, man? We're talking about the football.
I do that with I do that with a Costa coffee, man.
Oh dear.
I don't know. It's fun. But this is going to sound really weird now. I know how United felt 20 years ago.
What?
It can still get a lot worse for them, though.
Yeah, do you know how the derby felt bigger for us than it did for United? I feel as though the derby seems bigger to them than it does to us now a little bit. It's great beating them, but we now look at, and it sounds so... This is, to me, it's not a dig at City, it's how far they've dropped.
So what year?
Season.
What year would you say? The derby peaked in terms of Premier League seasons? Because for me, I would probably say it peaked at 2011-12 for me.
Yeah, that title race.
Yeah, it peaked for me there because we announced ourselves to basically to the Premier League in the 6-1, and then I think that's the 1-0 with the company header was when it really turned the tide, because it basically meant that we closed that 8-point gap.
No, to put it bluntly, did you ever look at a derby? And yes, you get nervous, but I used to go in a derby. I want to be 3-0 up with 85 minutes to go. Just that safety buffer. And now I'm like, can be 1-0 up with 60 minutes to go and I'm comfortable. I've lost the nervousness playing United now because they are so shit. They are so bad.
No, I love it still.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I love
Yeah,
it.
I
But
do.
it's, what I mean is I get more enjoyment now beating Liverpool and Arsenal. And there's not even a rivalry with them.
Yeah. I
Well, they're
guess
bigger
it's different
games
because
now.
we need to be.
To be honest, I do get more satisfaction out of beating Liverpool.
Yeah, but we need to beat them for the Premier League title race. Whereas like beating United, it is more just of a sort of like, you know, well, it's more of a, you know, I don't see many Liverpool fans around where I live. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I don't see many Arsenal fans around where I live, but I see a lot of United fans. So like, again, it probably depends on where you live. You know what I mean? It depends because like
I have loads of United around me, but the trouble is that you know what they say to me? Yeah, we know we're shit. They're not even hurt anymore when we beat them. I think that's what's kind of took away from it a bit is because they don't react in the way I want them to react anymore. Do you agree with me? And I'm like,
do you know what team? Do you know what team? Do you know what team I wish we had this confidence for? Wigan.
Go on. Yeah, but that was a dodgy situation, man. We all knew something dodgy was going on that day. You know what I mean? We should still have won.
Yeah.
Well, we all knew.
Yeah, but don't forget the bloody cup match too, and Delph got sent off.
No, but it was a weird day because going down on the coach, the news was filtering through that he'd gone, and there was dressing room unrest, and I mean we didn't know to the extent of where the dressing room unrest was.
What? I watched that final back in Sydney. Do you know what we found out in the pub? We found out about the whole Mancini thing about 10 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, everyone
and it
knew.
Just killed the atmosphere.
Everybody knew.
We just couldn't. I remember there was even probably a half a dozen Wigan fans in the pub in our pub at the Cheers Bar, and they're just like, "What?" Like, da, da, da. And I was just like, "This does not bode well."
Everyone
and they were absolutely right.
Yeah, didn't we have Reading just after, and he just wasn't on the bench, and it was Brian Kidd?
Yeah,
wasn't it?
No. Because we had Brian Kidd for the last. We had Brian Kidd for the last game of the season because the FA Cup was the week before the end of the Premier League.
Reading game.
Yeah,
and we played. No, but didn't we play Norwich at the end of the season?
Yeah, no, we played Reading. He took it his first. Brian Kidd officially charged at Reading midweek.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I remember because but no one expected it to be right there, and it was like, oh, bench doesn't. He's not there. That's weird. But I was at the game. You know, we beat Chelsea in the semi-final. They had Rafa Benitez, and we beat them, I think, 2-1. I was at Wembley for that great game. I was watching the warm-ups. Yeah, I was watching the warm-ups. And Mancini, I was right at the front watching and company and all this lot. And literally, they just blanked Mancini. Every single one walked straight past him. I remember saying to my dad, bloody trouble's brewing here. You could just see company, just literally, Mancini go over to him, company just walked straight past him.
Yeah, right, that was the well, they wanted to get away from that. Hence the holistic statement, if you remember that when he got sacked.
The thing that still stands out to me is Jack Rodwell scoring a goal in the last game of the season.
Jeez.
Oh God, yeah. And Khaldun mentioned him, didn't he? After saying how happy he was for him. He's still
back. He's still over in Australia playing for Sydney FC in the A League.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's injured.
Well, we invited him to the trophy tour when it was in Sydney back in October, but apparently he picked up an injury.
Right, not surprised there. Big up to Simon, says, hi LB, Martin, Pat, Tone. Big up all of you, come on City, we will play them off the park, says Si with the 9 months. Big up to you, Si, hopefully you're well, my man. LB says, Haaland will want to rub it in. Oh, chill out with that. That's an interesting super chat, bro. You know what I mean? The wrong stream for that, mate. But Roy Keane's been a bit weird this year, isn't it? You know what I mean? I think he's a bit salty. I would say that a little bit salty. Before we wrap up, I've only got a few minutes because I'm on with on another stream at 2. But thoughts on Arsenal this year, guys? Can they go? Can they go one step further next year? What do you think Arsenal have lacked this year? Because they've obviously got more points than last year. They've got more wins than last year. It's the best year ever in the league for wins. Martin, I'll start with you. I see you're desperate to say. What's your thought on Arsenal, and what do you think they need for next season to go one step further?
Not to lose 5 games.
It's that simple.
No, I always remember the quote from Fergie. You lose 5 or more, you're out. Anyone remembers that quote from a long time ago? You cannot be losing 5 games in the Premier League. Because City and Arsenal both won 27. Difference is we've only lost 3. They've lost 5. And not only that, I think Arsenal need some big moment players. I don't think they've got a big moment player. And I also, I'll be straight with you, I don't think Sasko's the answer. It really.
Is that who they're linked with? Is that who they're linked
apparently
with?
it's pretty close at 40, 50 million. He's only young, he's 20, but he's only scored 13 goals in 30 appearances for Bundesliga for Leipzig.
Sounds
Is it
like
Leipzig? Might be right. Is it Leipzig?
Yeah, he's at Leipzig, yeah.
So I'm like, why? Because Arsenal, for me, need to go and get, if I'm Arsenal, go to Villa or whoever and get, what's he called now?
Watkins.
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
Because listen, Villa have to sell a big player who's come out on it this week. They've got to sell someone
Apparently
to
so,
get ready.
Yeah.
Give them 80 million quid. Because you're not going to get Isaac. Because you don't have a release clause.
No chance.
Ollie Watkins, go and get him. It's a weird one for me with Arsenal. I do think they need 2 or 3 top players because when there's been games where it's been tight, we've had moments. KDB against Palace, top bins. Foden coming on, but when that game's on a bit of a knife edge and it can just go either way, we've got that moment of brilliance. I'll be sure. I don't think Arsenal have got a very good team. Do they have a fabulous team that can? Because when Arsenal are bad, they're bad. They lose. When we're bad, we draw. There's the difference here.
Yeah.
That
is fair. I think they need someone who, because Odegaard is more of a David Silva than he is a Kevin De Bruyne. He's not gonna stick one in the top bins. You know what I mean? Like Kevin De Bruyne did. So yeah, I think they need a little bit more from midfield. Someone who can get a few more goals from midfield. Go on, Tom, mate. What did you want to say?
Oh no, just going to say they've been linked with Bruno G, as have we. So that would be a good addition. I always think with Arsenal, the first thing, and I said this on Judge Mo, and there was an Arsenal fan on there, and I forget his name. It's a mentality thing with Arsenal, I always find. It's getting over that thing and winning one of the big trophies with Arsenal. And look, they could still do it Sunday, okay? And if they do, then so be it. But it's always that thing with Arsenal, I always think, with mentality. The defence is good, the keeper's okay, midfield is pretty good, and yeah, they definitely need a striker. Add Isaac or Watkins to that, and they are a lot better.
Yeah, but they're not going to
What about Tony? They've been linked with Ivan Tony. You reckon that would be good for them?
I don't particularly rate him as a top striker now, so I wouldn't bother with him if I was Arsenal.
Plus, then what they do with Havertz, because Havertz is not good in the midfield. His best position is false 9 striker. So if you get Tony, then all of a sudden, what does Havertz do?
Is Tony going to get his 25 goals? 30 goals?
What, Premier League or all comps?
Well,
I think he gets some all comps.
20 plus, 25.
I think all competitions he could get 30. I don't think
because personally, I don't think they get
30
Isaac.
Prem.
I don't think they get Bruno. And I think people will see where Bruno goes in about 2 weeks.
Go on.
If Bruno goes anywhere, they won't let Newcastle let Isaac go.
Isaac hasn't got a release clause anyway, so you're looking at Newcastle can ask for whatever they want on Isaac.
Martin, I'm gonna ask you. You're under oath. Do you know where Bruno Guimaraes is going? You're under oath. Tell nothing but the truth. Only the truth. Nothing but the truth.
So help your Costa Coffee.
You can't plead to silence, bro. What's he doing?
Oh, he's gone quiet.
You'll see in 2 weeks.
Guy's pleading a 5th. Okay.
No, my source is not Big Steve.
Yeah. He's got to move in June. He's got to move in June.
Well,
that's when his clauses.
End of May.
Oh, sorry.
No, it starts at the end of May to the end of June.
Right.
All right. I'll tell you what I got told, whether you believe it or not, he's agreed personal terms.
Oh.
Stop smiling because he's probably in the same. And he's sat there keeping it very quiet. He knows what he's doing down there.
That's why I didn't want the spotlight on me. I left it.
He needs convincing to leave Newcastle fully out, though. It will come.
No, what?
It will come.
He needs convincing to leave Newcastle for City and Pep Guardiola. Sack him off, man. I want him.
It's the emotional tie.
Nah, mate, I'm not being funny here. If he's sat there and he's not convinced to join Man City with Pep Guardiola, I don't want him now.
Have you heard his agreed personal terms? Go on,
I've heard he wants it. Me? You're asking me?
Yeah, you. I'm putting you in the spotlight now.
Yeah, I've heard the similar sort of thing that he wants City. I don't know personal terms and stuff, but he wants City, and that's his number one choice. And City want him. So if that is the case, it'll happen. Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Okay, right. Pat, you wanted to add anything before we wrap up, mate?
No, bring on Sunday.
There we go. Bring on Sunday. Big up to Sona. Beep, 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 beep.
Craig Part-Time's put it up exactly.
What's he saying?
The last one.
He is torn about leaving Newcastle, but he wants Champions League football. His options at the moment, he has PSG, City, or stay at Newcastle.
If you've noticed, Arsenal are starting to move to João Neves.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see my tweet? I rattled a few Arsenal fans.
Matt, what did you put?
I says, another £100 million player for Arsenal. We cannot compete.
No, he's 105 actually.
Yeah, he is.
He's even more. Yeah, he's another Declan Rice.
They didn't like that. Oh, that was clearly sarcastic and a joke. They
a £200 million double pivot.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
that is actually crazy.
But it's something they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they need it more than they need a new striker, though? That's the thing.
Apparently, they've got about 300 million to whack down. I got told off an Arsenal fan.
They were struggling in the last window to spend
that's
any
what
money.
I said. And then the Arsenal went, now we've got about 200-300 million.
Yeah, but remember though, Tone, the current system is a 3-year rolling. So maybe the third year. Maybe the third year was like a bad year, and now that's dropped off. And we're into a fresh year. Maybe now they've got like loads of money to spend again.
But they've spent 200 every summer for 3 or 4 years, haven't they? Or at least
I mean, there's this narrative
like 700-800.
notion that you know he's had to build it up with a shoestring budget is ridiculous. And if they sound João Neves, it's just further evidence. As Pat says, £200 million on 2 midfielders. That's.
I have got a question for you, LB. Do you want? Are you going to be doing anything post match if we win?
Tomorrow, so on Sunday.
So yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Apparently, I've got to go live hanging off the goalposts.
You got to go live hanging off the
So if you send me the link, I'll be on the goalpost. So if you send it me,
I will, bro. But if you end up getting banned off Man City because they've seen you on the stream,
he's got one hand on the crossbar and the other one holding his walking stick.
You are more than welcome on the stream anytime, yeah. But if City say we've got evidence of you on the pitch because you was on It's LB stream, I'm just saying here right now, I take no liabilities and no responsibilities.
I will not be going anyone who's watching from City, I will not be going on the pitch on Sunday. I promise you, there will be no me on
green
the
screen.
But he will be. But big scoop here, he will be on TalkSport with Goldbridge.
Oh,
I don't know where that rumour even comes from.
You know exactly where it came from.
They're not going to do anything. They're not going to ban 40,000 City fans off the pitch on Sunday, are they?
No, are they balls? You know what I mean? Are they balls?
We'll just go.
Why do you think they put me up? Why do you think they put me up in the top tier of the East End?
I don't know. Daps did it once. Daps got all the way from level 3, went down and had a tour of the Etihad and still got back on the pitch.
Well,
I don't know how he
don't
did
give me
it.
any ideas. Please don't give me any ideas.
Bro knows the tunnels, man. The tunnels.
That's your challenge for Sunday. From level 3.
No. You can't say if there's anybody for the club and then all of a sudden put it on me. No, that's no. I know exactly what you're getting at, you sneaky little so and so.
Right.
You know what,
go on,
one
mate,
thing before we go, Albert, I honestly just cannot believe that we're even in this position, you know.
Yeah.
That we're. I was thinking about it today. I remember us, February the 14th, 1998, getting beat by Bury 1-0 in Frank Clark's last day. And we're on the verge of ruining English football.
I know.
It's like, this is mental.
Nah,
within,
it's
within a
insane.
quarter of a century.
Especially the fact that
Mental.
like we need after that Arsenal game we needed to win 9 out of 9. Like that was our only way of doing it, and we're one game away from doing it. That is crazy. So yeah, it'd be a fantastic achievement. No team in the history of this country has ever won four
And
Division
not
1
just
titles.
Premier League era either.
Yeah, exactly.
Any
Division
era.
1,
Yeah.
any era.
That's
Over
right.
100 years, no one's ever done it. It's an insane achievement.
But there's
Yeah,
a lot of 115 going down lately, isn't there? That's suddenly back out on the
Yeah.
on the tracks.
It's
Oh,
a
mate,
circle of life.
mate.
It's a circle of life.
You wait, and if we win it, you wait till Monday. You will get, it'll be everywhere, absolutely bloody everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Big up to Sonar says, I'm a run with Rodri is an invincible, says Sonar with the super chat. Facts, bro, facts. Right, we'll wrap up, man. Big up to you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. I've got a video coming up with Dan Lawless, big West Ham fan. I'm going to go do a video with him now. That'll be up tonight, guys, on the main channel. We'll be discussing the West Ham game and his perspective. I'm pretty sure he wants to lose, but I don't know. I've not spoken to him yet, so it'll be interesting to get his say on that. I'm live with Daps tomorrow at about midday, so join me for that. And then I've got a video coming up with Amos that'll go up tomorrow night as well. So plenty of stuff to come your way. But yeah, the last Tone Show of the Premier League season. Yeah, we'll continue for the FA Cup and throughout the summer with the transfer news. But the last Premier League Tone Show of the season. Big up to the panel as always. Big up to you guys in the chat. What,
Watch me at 5 o'clock, wind up all the Arsenal fans.
What, are you on Mancunian Way at 5, eh?
No, I'm going on Dan Potts.
Oh, Dan Potts, football.
I'm going winding up the Arsenal fans.
There you go.
I'm going to give him a little glimmer of hope. I'm going to give him a little glimmer, and then I'm just going to destroy him at the end.
And also, me and Martin will be at Mary Days from about, 2:30 on Sunday. So if there's anybody around, we'd love to have a chat with you.
Cool. There you go, guys. 2:30, Mary D's. If anyone's going to the game, go up to Martin, go up to Pat, and see if they got any ITK news that they can't tell us on stream, but could tell you in person, man. Yeah,
I've got ITK, but that means in the kitchen.
Right, guys, gonna wrap up.
You've got to get the round in.
Who's getting the round in? What, the viewers?
Yeah, they've got to get the round in if they want the news.
Okay, there you go. He's selling the news. If you want the ITK news, you got to buy him a pint. Guys, smash a like, subscribe. If you're watching back on replay, give us your comments in the comment section below. Catch you in the next one. See you later.